Hey everybody, Mike with Games Play Badly, and with me I have two of my besties, my best and only husband, and our best friend Jamie, who's been in several of our videos and has played a ton of games with us this year.
Some would say too much.
Yeah, definitely we have.
Way too much.
We've played so many games that we figured we'd bring some of those to you today. Because the holidays are right around the corner, they might be great gift ideas for friends and family or for yourself. So I can't wait for you to experience all these amazing games.
And that video starts
now!
That actually works!
That's fine.
That's actually better.
That's fine. All right, so we have Sea Salt and Paper, which is all contained in this box. It's a card game with beautiful artwork and some confusing win conditions, but we really enjoy it. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up, and you have your instructions, and literally everything is on these cards that you need to know. One thing that I love about this game is that every card, you have different color cards. They're color-coded so that way if you are colorblind or have some sort of other vision challenge, you can easily tell what the color is by the symbol that's on the corner. There's other iconography on the card that you'll learn, but it's a little confusing in the beginning. So Sean's going to go ahead and shuffle. We're going to run through a real quick game. I'll let Sean go first. You want to pick one of those cards and one from there. Okay, I am going to take, I don't want this card. I'm going to take two cards. Now, those two cards that I have right here, I have to discard one of them. If one of the discard piles is empty, I have to throw my card in there. There's a strategic aspect to that as well, and you can figure it out. No, I want everyone else to see it. And the beautiful artwork. Some of these cards, like penguins and things like that, are hard to collect, so they're worth more points. Let me go ahead and grab two more cards. I am going to keep this card, and I'm going to place this one on top of the penguins. That way it's more difficult to get to.
I'm going to grab the crab card and then play it. And I get to draw another card from the discard pile.
Which screws up my entire strategy.
You're welcome.
But that is what's called a duo, and you score a point for every one of those you put down on the board. Now, these would normally be in my hand, so you wouldn't be able to see them. But I'm doing this for purposes here. I'm going to draw two.
You're helping me win?
I am helping you win. I am going to discard that. That's called a swimmer card. That pairs up with a shark card and allows you to steal cards from somebody else's hand. So the game is really beautiful. It's well done. I like the fact that it has all the symbols on the corners to help you sort your colors, because especially in dim lit rooms, it gets kind of hard to see exactly what color is what. So for a multitude of reasons, that's very helpful. There is no card hand limit. Now, if you notice there are some symbols there, they allow you to do certain things. So as you read through the instructions, which are real brief, it'll tell you how to use those cards. Okay, so I picked up a mermaid card. Mermaid cards, if you get all four of them, you win the game immediately. There's no more playing. But they also play into your win condition.
Take that.
And he's going to demonstrate something I hate the most.
I'm going to steal a card from you.
So let me shuffle. He always finds my mermaids wherever they're at.
I'm really good at that.
Haha, not this time.
Not that time.
Okay. Now, if you notice these two cards, I have octopus, so I'm starting to collect those. I have shells as well that I can collect, but I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that because I don't have any shells in my hand.
Little boat card, and I get to take another action. Take that one.
Tedious.
I'm going to play this one, so I get to pull another card off the deck, and I'm done.
All right, I'm going to pull two more cards. I am getting all the swimmers, but no sharks. So
how sad.
the Anchor cards are worth a lot, but there's only a few of them in here. If you notice down here at the bottom, it tells you how many cards of that type are in the deck.
This was a game that caught my attention in the weeks before Gen Con. I like the simple mechanics of the game, where you perform actions from playing card pairs, while in secret you're building enough points in your hand to hopefully beat your opponents. Cards that are taken and discarded can give you insight on what kind of hand your opponents are building and how many points they are accruing. When you decide to end the round, you have two options. You can either score points straight up, or you can risk giving your opponents a last chance to take a final turn, with hopes that yours is the strongest hand, giving you all your points, while your opponents only take a smaller portion. I like how the game moves quickly and the replayability is high. Tabulating points gets sticky, but it's overshadowed by easy mechanics. This is a great game that moves fast, and you're not bogged down by many rules. See the description for links on where to purchase.
Another one of my favorite games is a 2-player game from Pandasaurus, who also makes sea salt and paper, called District Noir. Now again, this is a 2-player game, but it's super simple but very devious, and if I get the box open. So what I like about this game is it's super easy to play. Your win conditions are basically on the cards.
So we take out 3. We deal 5 to each other.
Deal 5 to each other. So the object of the game is to really stick it to your opponent by making them draw things that they don't want to draw. So what ends up happening is you put out your cards, and at a certain time, everyone's required to draw from the board. And you draw the first 5 or middle 5 or whatever 5 you want. Make sure you make the board look enticing so that way it is difficult for them to choose what cards to take. I'm going to pick these 5 up. And that's all I can do. So from now on, I can only put cards down. And I just screwed myself because he got a really good take. So you basically play until the deck is depleted. These are special cards. If anyone has all 3 of them, they win the game. So this is almost like numeric chess in some ways. Okay, put down that card, because if I don't, we could have some problem. So the scoring conditions on this are really, really easy. Basically what ends up happening is at the end, whoever has the most of each card wins that card. If you have one of each of those cards in your hand, you score some additional points. And obviously the pluses and minuses are cumulative. Take all those 5 because they're going to help me. And I will put this down. So as you go through, you're accumulating points for your final scoring condition. So at the end, you'll notice that I have all these cards and he has all of his cards. Person has the most of each card scores appropriately. So right now he has the most 8s, so he gets 8 points. I have the most 7s, I get 7 points. He has the most 6s, he gets 6 points. I have the most 5, he gets 5 points. And then we take a look at all these cards here, which detract or add to our total score. You also get points for having complete sets and the most of them. So this game is super easy. You can play it in 7 minutes. It's inexpensive and a lot of fun.
Check out the links below for games like this and others from Pandasaurus.
Alright, so this was a game that I really liked at Gen Con, Tiger and Dragon. It's a really simple game for 2 to 5 players. It plays, to me it's similar to Mahjong. It's a tile-based game, and you basically attack and defend against your opponents and try to be the first person to use up all your tiles and score points accordingly. So we will just go through a sample play run and go from there. So 13 times.
This marker denotes who's going first, and they always draw an extra tile because they're the only ones who can start in this space here. These tiles are numbered 1 through 8. Number on the tile is the amount of tiles that are in the actual. You also have a tiger and a dragon. Both of those are wild for their specific colors, so you'll see how those work too. But it's a super easy game. And then this over here is your win condition. Depending on what number you end up on, whatever this last number ends up being, that's how you score. 3. I have a 3, so I'm going to defend against that.
2.
I'm going to play a 5.
Pass.
So since he doesn't have anything, I'm going to go ahead and take one of my tiles and place it face down. That's an extra point for me. And I'm going to start with a 4.
Defended. 3.
I do not have anything to pass.
2.
I do not have a 2 because he probably has both of them.
Maybe. 4.
4. I don't have anything, but I do have a wild, so I'm going to defend with that, so that way I can get back on the board. I am going to play a 6.
Defended. 7.
Defended. I'm going to go with an 8, which you should have plenty of.
7.
Defended. 7.
Defended. Pass me.
Yeah.
6.
Defended. So this is where everything's critical. I'm going to go with a 5.
Pass.
So he does not have a 5. I have an 8, and therefore I actually win. Now you take a look at the board here. 2 points for winning. Then plus, if there were more than 2 players playing, I would get an additional point for every face down tile I have in my hand.
And that's that. See links below for more details on this game.
Alright, so one of my favorite games from Gen Con 2023 is this game right here. Wandering Towers. You've seen me mention it a couple times. One of the things that I really love about game design is when people design boxes appropriately. So look at that. There are, for each of these towers, which put together once, they don't come apart. They go right into all these individual little spaces. So that's one of my favorite things about this game. I mean, obviously the gameplay is awesome. We all love it because it's very devious. And we're all individual wizards, and we're trying to get all of our guys in here. So you guys, why don't we start? Alright, so I have my cards. By the way, we're not really going through instructions on how to play this game. There are a lot of really good videos out there. We're just going to talk about what we like about it, and maybe you can identify. So I'm going to go ahead and move a tower 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, of course.
Yep.
Payback.
That's for so many things. And then I am going to
I'll get you.
move...
I'll get you, my pretty.
I'm going to move a wizard. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And those are my 2 actions. So, Jamie, what do you... it's your turn, by the way. What do you like about this?
Well, besides the organization, who doesn't like a good box where you can store everything nice and neatly? I am actually going to move my meeple, my little wizard guy, as we play. But I like that you can be very devious, right? Like you can actually, you don't have to move your meeple. You can move an entire tower that has another person on there. I'm moving this guy 5 spaces. 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's this card. And it's actually very simple to play. It doesn't take much time to remember the rules. And then I'm going to move... heck, I'm going to move this meeple 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here's that card.
Well, what I like about it, too, is that you end up stacking these towers up. So it's almost like a little memory game. You have to figure out where your meeples are at to uncover them to get them out on the board again. Sean, it's your turn. What do you like about the game?
I also like the underhanded nature of this game.
You do.
Like what I'm going to do right now to get back at you, because I love you so much.
Mm-hmm.
I get a potion, and you know what? I feel like doing it again, because I'm just that kind of guy. Where are you?
I'm everywhere.
Well, and if you're an adult watching this game, the more you drink while you play this, the harder it is to remember your meeple.
You know what? I'm just gonna move this one. 1, 2, 3.
So for me, strategy-wise, I always try and uncover my meeples as they get covered because I forget things. So I will move a tower 1.
I hate him.
And I'll flip over a potion. And I will move my wizard 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And those are my 2 cards.
Okay, now it's my turn, correct?
Yep.
Mhm.
I will now use this card to burn down your house. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, shy.
Oops, wrong card. That's the card I used. And then I will...
Make sure to flip your potion.
Yeah, here. See, yeah, thank you. And then I will move a tower 1 so I can reveal myself once again.
Don't you have a court case about revealing yourself? Sorry.
Not true!
All right, my turn, right?
Yes.
No. Bart.
By the way, that's my boyfriend, Bart. You hear?
I'm gonna move a tower 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to move another tower. 1. Ah, there you are. Found you.
From a wizard 4.
Wait, did I cover someone in that move?
Yes, I
I
think
did.
so.
I did.
1, 2, 3, 4. Mission accomplished.
Tower doesn't move.
It does not move.
Blocked, right?
Yes, it is. A tower, and I'm going to roll for this. 1. I'm not going to take that. 4. Yeah, can't do that. How about 1, 2, 3, 4?
I hate him.
All right, Jamie, it's your turn.
Okay.
So all in all, the game's easy to play. It is subtly devious. And if you want to pick it up, we'll have links down below in the description as to where to find it.
And I win. So this is one of the games I've enjoyed this year. I saw this online being played by a couple, and I thought this would be a great party game to play with Mike and Sean and so many of our friends when they come over. It's Connect 4 Shots. And speaking of Wandering Towers with its wonderful design, this doesn't have a box, but it acts like a briefcase in itself. It opens up so you can begin playing. So I'm going to go ahead and set this up, and the next thing you'll watch is one of us kicking butts.
1.
2, and 3. So what I like about this game is that you play at the same time with your friends, and it combines 2 things, or actually 3 things. It combines Connect 4, it combines beer pong. As you can tell, I'm trying to win here, and kind of Plinko from The Price is Right. Ooh, I threw the wrong ball. But anyway, the point is, Connect 4. And for those of you who have kids, it's great to have the kids chase the balls around so that they can pick them up for you.
Yep. Okay, that's it.
All that. Okay.
See links below for more details on this game.
For those of you who played Splendor, there is now Splendor Duel, which is a 2-player version of the game. And Sean and I picked this up at Gen Con as well and really enjoyed it. It's interesting because the setup is unique, but the play style is very much Splendor. And this is the rule book, so there's very few rules, really easy to get through. Sean, why don't you go ahead and deal out the tiles?
Yeah, it's a really simple game. It picks up on the rules of regular Splendor. Had the new gem and a few more rules and more winning conditions. And yeah, it just makes for a nice, quick, and yet, I don't know, nuanced, maybe that's the word to use, game.
Yeah, I mean, the nuance is actually what you're doing right now, which is laying out the tiles. Those are all randomly drawn from a black bag. And as you take those tiles and use them, you throw them back in the black bag. So it's always random. So you don't know where the tiles are going to be. And because you can only pull 3 tiles at a time, they have to be in a line of some sort, either diagonally or horizontally. And so it's all strategic. So it's actually, I like the dealing out of the tiles like this. And one of the other mechanics is, you, as part of your turn, if there are very few tiles left, you can go ahead and redraw the board. So it's a constantly evolving and changing game. Various win conditions are here, and it's a quick game to play too.
Yeah, I think with the win conditions, with 3 different win conditions, you could change up your strategy mid game and still be able to win. Like, you know, you're chasing after 20 points, but then you suddenly realize that you have a lot of crowns, or that you have 10 points in one color. It can really help when, or it can really change up the way you play, depending on the gems that you can buy.
Well, speaking of the gems that you can buy, some of the gems now, before they were just in the regular Splendor, there's gems. But some of these extra actions on them. So if you pick up a card, you can go ahead and redo an action. So you can basically take 2 turns at once. So picking the right card is not only important from the standpoint of being able to buy what you want to buy for points, but also gives you additional benefits in the game as far as redrawing or replaying your actions all over again. So there's a lot to it. I really enjoy it. I think there's a lot of replayability in it. For a 2-player game, it's really challenging.
Okay. So who wants to go first?
I will.
Then, all right, get privilege.
Oh, gotcha. You know what I really like about this game, though, overall, that it honors the enjoyment of the first game. Like, it really doesn't veer off too much.
No, it adds a couple little elements to make it a little bit more fun. For 2-player, let's take those 3. And I'm done. The privilege aspect is kind of cool too. Privilege allows you to pull on your turn the board of your choosing. So I mean, it can be used strategically as well. You get privilege and lose privilege in various ways. So
It's almost like real life.
it's absolutely
Yeah, who don't like privilege? Right, Michael?
right. And these are the pearls. So these are the new. And so for a lot of these higher end cards, you need to have a pearl in your hand.
It seems like for every card you need a
Right. Yeah.
Because they all require you to have a
seems
pearl.
like it. So if you control both the pearls, you really control it. But there's still the limit of only having 10 tokens in your hand. So you can't bogart them forever.
It's a really easy setup, too.
Oh, it's a very fast setup. Ability for speed. Because I want green, and there's only 2 of them here. I can only grab. If they're Goliath thread, grab. Okay, I'm done.
You're done? I'm going to buy this gem. And I also get blue. Or a blue of that color. A gem of that color. Of course.
I am going to buy this one. And this card actually allows me to take my turn all over again. So 2 green, 2 red. Go back in the bag. So as you can see, the board gets depleted. And so strategy really comes in handy when I buy that.
They're done.
And I
Oh,
win.
I gotta go one more time. I forgot. Yeah, do my turn all over again. I am going to.
Very nice. I am going.
Also, the game box is really small, really portable. Not much to it. There are also, if you're a 3D printer of any ilk, there are 3D printed inserts for this game as well to help better organize the box. The insert that's in there is pretty good.
Done.
All right.
You know, also, as we discovered for the original Splendor, some people sell 3D printed gems on there.
Oh, yeah.
That could also work very nicely.
Do you want to get a little bit more immersive? All right, so now, at this point, there's nothing on the board that I want, so I'm going to have to redraw the board. But when I do this, Sean gets his
Let
privilege.
me get a privilege. Nice.
Lay them up in order.
Nice to be privileged. For once.
The nice thing about having to redraw the board is it doesn't stop me from having my own turn. This is a free action, but it just gives me a privilege. There are no pearls on the board right now. I can't remember. And I'm going to pull these. Okay, go ahead, Sean.
Gonna buy more. This one.
What? Oh, you got a green.
And I got a green gem.
That symbol gives him color of the gem bought. Yeah. And 2 brown, 3 white. I can't really do too much. So I'm just gonna grab this. So again, this plays almost identically to Splendor, minus drawing or putting all the.
That's too many.
You shoot.
Well, you can draw. You can draw what your 3, and then you have to.
I know. I have to
start down to 2, or down to 10.
10, 11. So I need to get rid of 1.
Get rid of the pearl.
No. Now. But as you can see, it really does play like the original Splendor, except for the mechanic of drawing the board, which really does change and your win conditions. So if you like a game like this, again, there will be a link down in the description below.
So my next game is the original Rummikub. What I like about it is that it's just a simple, fast tile game that you can play with 2 to 4 people, ages 8 to an adult. And it's simple. Really, it's just tiles, and you have to combine numbers, which either you do 3 in a row, or actually you do numbers in ascending order, or you can have the same number. So you could have all 4s, all 9s, but they have to also match colors, and it's just fun. So why don't we just get started?
It's an easy game to play. The box management sucks.
It's old school.
Come on, people.
It's an old game just thrown together. I mean, and any version of the game you find pretty much looks the same. So there is not one brand out there that sells Rummikub.
Actually, we have the newer version,
But the same company?
Same company. The tiles are slightly curved, which I don't know.
Probably easier to move around the table
or pick it up. I don't know. And then it adds a few different jokers.
Yeah, they're
which I'm not fond of you. This is
Sean hates shit.
Actually, that would be me.
Sean likes you.
We'll get that out there.
But it's like almost kind of like a combination of dominoes and
Yahtzee.
Yeah.
All sorts of different things.
no dice.
And we're on Jim Rummy.
More in line with Jim Rummy.
And honestly, part of the reason why I started playing this game was we were playing Jim Rummy on outside, because we go outside a lot during the summer, and the wind was taking the card. And so we basically moved to a tile-based game, so I don't have to worry about the paladin there.
I think that's fine enough. Okay, we're ready in the box for this left.
15.
In fact, my husband and I were on a trip this weekend, and the Airbnb had a whole bunch of games, and the only game that we played was this.
Oh, they had it at the resort?
Yeah.
At the Airbnb?
Sure, it was missing a couple parts, like,
Numbers.
the number.
The racks. The box.
But
The tiles.
we thought we played it.
They use their imagination. That's right, kids. You too can play any game you want as long as you imagine.
By the way, I'm taking a sip from the official Games Played Badly mug.
It's just water.
Absolutely. Camera's catching it. It's just plain water.
Just water, he says.
Know what I like about this game?
No.
I have nothing, so I'm drawing an extra tile.
So with this game, your first opening hand has to be 30 or more points. To begin with.
And the point is to really just get rid of all your tiles.
Sure. Be the first one to get rid of your tile. I'm going to go lay these down at my 30.
Oh, you're
just powerful. I'm sorry. It's just...
your stack on
And you could kind of guess what other people may have based on the fact that you're all not finishing the game quickly, but there's no real way to mess up an opponent in this game. You just really play.
You can mess up the board.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. The more you drink, the harder it is to remember where things are placed and whatnot. So try to keep it sober.
I feel like there's a common thread here.
Oh yeah, like once numbers are laid down, it could be rearranged as long as when you rearrange it, when you finish off rearranging, that everything is still grouped together. So if it's 3, 4, 5 you start with, and you wanted to break it up for whatever reason, You have to make sure that it's still three.
It's still, yeah, it's still legal.
Either three of a
sequence some
kind
sort.
or a three straight the same city. My turn. You down over there.
But this is one of those games we've played
And
a lot during the summer. We
no.
played it outside, and it's a great game to play on the weekends with
great
friends and
family
family.
game. I mean, it's easy for kids, especially if they're dealing with math and things like that, or they're having issues. I'm dyslexic, especially with numbers, so it's actually great for me. It's frustrating for them sometimes because I always screw it up.
Like he tends to put his ones upside down.
Put everything backwards.
His 11s are upside down as well.
Right. Or just a 1 and a 1. I am going to.
And this game we introduced, but I mean we played it with our friends in Iowa, Jeff and Sue. Who,
Oh, they're longtime Rummikub
Yeah.
players too, and they were really good at it.
yeah, and they were reminiscing, when they were poor and they didn't, and they had their kids to keep them occupied. They would play Rummikub for hours and hours and hours.
It's your turn. I have nothing.
My turn.
That's all you got.
Oh my God.
Okay. I have, I think it's 12, and put 12 here, and then I have a wild there.
Goody.
So I get my 12s out. And I'm going to take this 2, and do a 1, 2, and take this 3. If you notice, I took these, there's still at least 3 in the set when I remove them. Put that 4 there. And I am done.
I'm going to steal this wild with a 12. Keep that out because I'm going to use it for something else.
Is that a red 12?
No.
You mean 11?
Whatever,
It was
whatever.
11. There's a long history behind. We're at 11.
And so many
and-
fights
yeah,
on this game.
we're not talking about
you
it.
caused that. You caused
I don't know who you're talking about, sir,
because
but
we understood the rules right and somehow
I'm going to use
did
this.
it.
We're moving on, so I'm going to use this as a black 11, and my turn is over.
So as you can see, the game moves relatively quickly. It can be a little sloggy when you're trying to maneuver a lot of tiles around because sometimes you think you have something and you move a bunch of stuff and you break a bunch of stuff up and you don't have what you need. And you have to try and put it all. We've instituted penalties for people who do that. So the way it makes it a lot more.
And officially, according to the rules, there's a 2-minute rule, but we also threw that out the window because us and
normally we're drinking.
eating and laughing and having a great time
And drinking
to have a great time
and drinking.
and crying. Just no, not true. But I highly recommend this for families. I highly recommend this for non-families. It's a really fun game just to play with people, and you can teach someone the rules of the game very easily. And we have for the we had a party during the summer, and Long and Robin, who are friends of mine, picked it up really easily.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so if you want a really easy game and you want to actually play outside, this game's not going to blow away. And you can play it on your deck with a nice summer day and have a good time. So again, we'll have links down to this down below.
My other favorite game is D&D Dungeon Mayhem. It is a card battle royale kind of game. The rules are really simple. The gameplay goes really fast, and the replayability is pretty high.
Good for up to 2 to 4 players. You play different characters.
With different powers. It's good time fun. You get to destroy your enemies.
The funny thing is that the original game that we got as a gift for your birthday was in a box of this size, maybe a little bit bigger. We bought the expansion which came with all of this. So it was actually a really good deal, and we got a whole bunch more characters. We're still missing a few devices. Lots of fun. It's not like Magic where you're counter spelling and all this other stuff. It really is just whomping on people all the time.
It's not complicated at all.
It's not complicated. What the card says it does is what it does. You have 10 hit points. When those are gone, you're dead. That's it. So I'm going to pick Delilah Delray, who beautiful beholder.
With fake lips.
With fake lips.
Mhm.
Don't body shame.
I'm going to choose
She
Leah,
paid too much
Lion,
for it.
whatever.
Leah
Who
Lion.
is a
She is a paladin. Ooh, and I'm gonna go with my favorite, Oriax. A thief.
Oh, I hate that character.
You guys love this character.
Yep. Thing about the games we love playing too, they tend to ruin relationships.
Yeah,
They're always great, always fun times.
every character comes with its own point tracker. And then it comes with a character class card. So everyone has a mighty power and some other powers here, but they're defined here. And then we just shuffle our decks.
I'll draw 3 cards. 2, 3, and the youngest player goes first, which would be me. No. Okay, go, Jay.
So I'm going to go ahead and start off with a shield. 2 shields for me.
Okay.
And then, so this is where the relationship breaking up goes in play. You get to attack other people. So I'm going to start off with Sean.
Okay.
I'm going to attack you once.
So that was.
Oh, that was my gameplay already.
Yeah.
See,
Okay.
living up to the name.
Oh,
So I'm done. I'm absolutely done.
you could have done it the other way.
It's okay. I already played. It's all right.
Oh, so
Now it's Sean's turn.
it's my turn. All right. Michael, because I love you so much. 3 damage to you.
She's OP. So that lightning bolt gives you a short attack.
Okay.
So you already did that.
Yeah.
I am going to take 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. It really is this simple. It's
And I
super
forgot
fast.
to draw my card before I played.
Oh, we're drawing.
I think
I already did.
I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so-
did you draw your card?
So yeah, again,
Draw
I
a
know.
card. I'm going to hit my wonderful husband for 1 damage.
Okie dokie.
And that lightning bolt gives me a second card that I can play 3 shield.
Fantastic.
so I don't pick again, right?
You draw a card.
Again, we forget. Okay, so I'm going to attack Sean once. I'm going to play again, and because Mike is
He likes his
making
friends.
us, because Mike is child laboring us to do this video, I'm going to attack him 3 times.
Oh, Yazawa. Well, my shield block all 3, and he goes away.
And then I pick again.
No, you
Until
picked
my
it.
next game. We played this countless of times.
Yes, and yet we forget it all.
I mean, you turn the camera on, everyone just forgets. So it's all for you, my viewers, all for you. By the way, if you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. And again, details on all the games we're talking about are going to be down in the description below.